My name is Frieder Hochheim. I'm the president and founder of Kinoflow. We were founded about in 1987, and we reside now in wonderful Burbank, California. I'm a film school graduate out of Ryerson University in Toronto, and got into the film business on the lighting side. I wanted to be a shooter, but understood very early that in order to be a great shooter, you have to understand light. Moving to California and working as a gaffer, at the time, this is now 1986, 87, film stocks were getting faster, location shooting was becoming the norm, and we were working more and more with wide lenses, small interiors, and how do you maintain a soft quality of light. Until that point, if you're in a daylight scene, you take an HMI, you bounce it into a cart. You've lost 25 square feet of set space. Director wants you on a 35 or a 25. Where do you put the lights? Chuck Minsky, ASC, made a suggestion on a picture that we were prepping. His request was, couldn't you just take some fluorescent tubes, stick them in say a 3-inch foam block, hollow it out, shove them in there, get the ballast remote, and maybe we'll just double stick to the ceiling and see if that works. Not a problem. We tried it, stuck the lamps in there, turned it on, and nothing happened. There was just way too much impedance loss in the cables for that to work. And these were magnetic ballasts, you have to remember. So that was a failed experiment, didn't go anywhere, forgot about it. And it wasn't until another picture right after that, we were asked to do a certain type of lighting gag, and I came across some high-frequency fluorescent ballast. The electronic ballast gave us, first of all, a lighter weight ballast. We got rid of the audible noise emanating from the electronics. We got rid of the flicker. We were now able to shoot at any shutter angle, any camera speed, and we were rock steady. Now the trick was, how do you make a fixture that's lightweight? The foam block idea was a great idea, but we wanted something that more simulated that of a bounce card. So what better material to start with than foam core? So we literally took foam core, mounted lamps directly to it. We also boosted the light level. So now we doubled the light output, got rid of all the other nasty things that kept us away from fluorescence. Now it was just a color issue. Duratest at the time, a fluorescent company, had Optima 32s and Vitalites. Pretty good color rendering, but once we doubled the light output, it also boosted the mercury pressure in the lamp, and that gave us a lot more green to contend with. So all the lamps had to be magenta. So the task was finding a company that would now make the lamp with these corrections into them. So Philips, GE, Osram, all these guys, we talked to them, and it was 100,000 lamps, we could do anything for you. I'm a gaffer. I have an idea. I'm operating out of the tailgate of a truck. I'm not going to buy 100,000 lamps. I can't even do the R&D on that. Duratest came to the rescue and said, we can do a small batch. We'll play with you. We'll work with you. And that got us started. The first picture that used a lot of this gear to really show what a problem solver this was Barfly. And as I was shooting Barfly, DPs, guys like Bob Richardson would come on a set and look at what we're doing and go, dude, if you're at the end of the picture, if you got these around, I could use them. And my immediate response was, great, I'll rent them to you. And that was sort of the notion, started getting me thinking. And then when it was Peter Liedall, sound mixer, when he finally came to me and said, kid, if you don't do something with this idea, somebody else is going to do it for you. Now, for a sound mixer to tell me that a fluorescent, which is the bane of the sound industry at that time, if you don't do something with this, you're crazy. I went, yeah, that's maybe a good notion. So that was sort of the trigger, I think. The first 5 years of the company, Gary Swink, my best boy, and I, we had to still do pictures. So at least once a year, we go off and do a picture because that's what paid us our salary. And it was a good thing. It kept us in the field. It kept us working with our equipment. We would work with it, realize what didn't work, go back in after the show and correct it, redesign it. And so there was a cycle of working, modifying the gear, seeing new opportunity, we should do this, we should do that, and that having that insight, I think, was very important for, first of all, the product to mature. And the more we worked at it, the more we realized this thing really does have some potential. This has got some legs. This isn't just a crazy idea. And I think one of the things that benefited us, helped us a lot in the early years, was the fact that it was such a tight idea that was kept within a small circle of individuals. So I would work with world-class cinematographers. I get great feedback from them. I knew what worked and what didn't work. My own crew, my electrical crew, when they went off and did something on their own, they would use the lights. So there were sort of the apostles that went out and taught, what's a Kinoflow? Kinoflows were showing up on equipment lists, and nobody knew what the hell they were. We didn't market these things, we didn't advertise, we didn't go to trade shows. This was like under the radar of everyone. And I think having that opportunity to be under the radar really allowed us to sort of flesh it out and pull it together.